Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and this is Barry Norman for Option Rally, and welcome to our class, Welcome to Binary Options. This is our class number 1 of our Trading Camp series. Our Trading Camp series has been designed to help you decide whether you'd like to trade binary options and explain to you what binary options are and show you how easy they will be to trade. The course consists of 3 classes. Tonight's class is a general welcome that explains to you what binary options are and shows you real quickly how easy they are to trade. After tonight's class, we go to Getting Started with Binary Options. In that class, we teach you about some of the basic strategies and where you might want to get the information to trade. And that's followed by our popular class, Mastering the Option Rally Platform. In that class, we teach you how to use the platform, all the advanced tools we offer, all the trading techniques, the different styles of trading, and get you ready to be the best trader you can be. Now, with Option Rally, once you decide to make a deposit with us, you'll be enrolled in our program with Investors Trading Academy for all the education you want. You'll also be entitled to a personal mentor program, one-on-one training, and everyone who trades with Option Rally is assigned an account manager who's there to help you through all the processes. In Option Rally, all we want to do is always answer your questions and help you be the best trader that you can be. Now, binary options are an easy-to-trade, high-profit, minimum-risk investment. Now, I wrote this sentence, so let me break it down and explain to you. Easy to trade. Binary options only requires 4 decisions and 4 steps, and they're all made before you ever enter a trade. When you're trading binary options, there's no leverage, there's no margin, there's no fees, no commissions. So the only risk you ever have is the dollar amount you type in the screen, and the only selection you have to make is determining whether an asset will go up or down. Not how far, just the direction in which it will travel. The average binary option trade pays 81% profit, and the average trade takes place in 15 minutes. So if you could turn your investment 4 times in 1 hour, that means you could actually technically make 320% profit. But again, you have limited risk because all you're deciding is if an asset will go up or down, not how far it will go up. You make the predetermined profit if the asset moves 1 pip, that's a thousandth of a point, in the direction in which you select. But regardless of the outcome, you will never be out of pocket more than the dollar amount you type in the screen because there's no commissions, no fees, no spread, no margin, no leverage. So if you type in $25, the most you'll ever have taken from your account, the most you could ever lose is that $25 for that trade. Now, binary options are one of those things that if you know how to do internet shopping, you understand how to find information with Google or search engines, you know how to use a computer fairly well, and you're comfortable doing things like online banking, you will be perfectly fine because everything you need to do and know is available on the internet, and it's very, very easy to access, and our platform is very easy to trade on. When you trade binary options, you follow these 4 little steps. You start out by selecting an asset. Now, you can choose from currencies, which are all the monies traded around the world. You can trade from commodities. Those are like gold and oil, cotton, wheat, copper, things we can consume. You can also trade from the stocks on the major indexes around the world when those exchanges are open. So during European trading time, you can trade from Vodafone or Orange. In the U.S. session, you can trade from Alibaba. You can trade Facebook, Twitter, Google. In the Asian session, you can trade from stocks on the Nikkei or stocks that are on the Australian exchange. Lastly, you can trade indices, and we all know what they are. There's the S&P 500, the FTSE 100, the Dow Jones, the S&P. We have the DAX, the CAC, the Nikkei. We have the Hang Seng, and you can trade all the indexes around the globe when those markets are open. Because when you trade binary options, you are trading in the live global markets. So once you've selected the asset you want to trade, you then simply decide if that asset will move up or down, not how far. As long as it moves in 1 pip, that's 1,000th of a point, in the direction you select, you make the predetermined profit. Next, you decide when you think this will happen, now or later. Now, most of all trades in binary options are done in what's called the now, which is the next default expiry, which is about 15 minutes from now. But you can always select long-term trades. You can take a trade that closes next year sometime. Now, That's rather complicated. It's why you might want to do that. But we have whole classes that teach you how to trade long-term strategies, how to trade short-term strategies, how to trade 60-second strategies. And we'll teach you how to trade the different expiries. Lastly, you decide how much money you want to invest. And that's a personal decision depending on how much experience you have, how much knowledge you have, how much you believe in the trade, and also how much you can afford to invest. Okay? But those are the only decisions you can make. It's not just a basic one. This is all you can decide when you're ready to trade. You know your risk before you make a trade, and you know exactly to the penny what your profit will be. Now, I'm going to take you over to the live option rally trading floor so you can see exactly how easy this is to do. So if you hold on one second, I'm going to bring that up on your screen, and we'll be looking at the live trading floor. As soon as that pops up on your screen, we're going to be looking at the binary options up-down trade on the option rally platform. So as you can see, it's a very clean, simple platform. First, what you see is the different styles of trade. You see binary options, pairs, long-term, short-term, one-touch, and ladder. These are all binary options trades. And the basic difference from one to the next is the expiry, when you want your trade to close. The basic workhorse of all binary options trading is called binary options up-down method. And that's the first thing you see on the screen. Okay. So what we do is we select from an asset using the drop-down menu. So let's say for tonight for class, we're going to pick gold. And we click on gold, and the screen will turn to gold. And then we see the expiry. Once we see the expiry, this is the next default expiry right here, 1920. That's in 14 minutes from now. You can select all through the latter part of the day, okay, by using the drop-down menu. So you can see you can pick 1930, 1940, 1950, 2000, 2100. And as the day progresses, we constantly repopulate these because we can only keep so many open expiries in the window. Otherwise, the window would go all the way down the end of your computer. So we select gold. We select the expiry, and we type in the investment amount. For this class, we're going to type in $100. So when we type in the $100, we automatically see, well, we already see ahead of time that this trade will pay 75% profit. Okay, that means for our $100 we invested, we'll get back our $100 plus $75 profit, or $175. We have an interactive chart here that you can change from 30 minutes to 12 hours. You can see the current price of gold. You see right here the gold is trading $1198.43. Okay, somebody's saying they don't see my screen. Let's see if we can get this. Hold on one second. Let's see if we can get it up. Somebody's saying they don't see the screen right now. There we go. Can somebody type in, let me know if you can see the screen? So if... Okay. There we go. So let's go over this again because I don't know when the internet lost the screen. So we'll go over it real quickly. We use gold. So we pick gold as our asset that we're going to trade. We pick the 1920 from the expiry window using the drop-down menu. And as you can see, all the different expiries, but this is the default expiry. We typed in $100. Okay, and we can see the payout is 75%. We see the current charts. We can see the gold is soared up and now it's recovering back down to $1198, which is just about where it started today. We see the actual price of $1198.444, and we can see with the trader choice bar right here that 67% of all the people trading gold right now are gold trading it to go up, and 33% are trading it to go down. So we have to make a decision. The question is, will gold go up or down by 1920? If so, we're going to invest $100. So we see gold has popped up, come down. We think over the next 11 minutes that we think gold is going to continue coming down. It's the end of the trading day. Markets are getting ready to close down. So we're going to take a put. We're going to click on the down arrow, click on apply, click on approve, and we've opened a position. And if we scroll down on our screen, we can see our trade management window, which is just at the bottom of our screen. And we can see we opened a position in gold. It's global position 1774137. That's our trade in the international markets. We opened a trade in gold. We took it at the strike price. That's the price in which we made the deal. That was 1198.43. The current price is 1198.85. We took a put that says we're setting it's going to go down. We opened our trade at 1909. It's going to close at 1920. We invested $100. Now, the payout only has 3 possible scenarios. You will either see 0 right here, because that means we are losing our investment. That means we've made the wrong decision, but it doesn't make a difference what it says right now. It's only where the price is at the expiry time. So this will move up and down, but it can only go in 3 positions. The other choice is it can be at $100. That means it's tied. That means the price has remained at the same price in which we opened it, and then you get back your investment. And the last scenario is it will show the full payout, or it was 75%, so it will show $175 because there are no other choices in binary options. You're either in the money, at the money, or out of the money. So in other words, if gold falls all the way down to $1,150, you don't lose any more than your $100 investment. It's not like the commodities market where you could lose a huge amount of money. And if gold goes up, if it goes up from 1198.435 to 1198.436, you get $175. If it goes to $1,225, you don't get any more money. So it doesn't matter to you how far it travels in the direction in which you select, only that it moves in the direction in which you had predetermined. And all of these decisions are made up front before you ever click on the trade button. And all the way through the time that you click on that approve screen, you can stop your trade. Okay? So that you're not locking anything in, you're not risking anything until you click on the final approve screen. Now, you can see across the top, there are several variations of binary options. Okay? But they're all the same as the one we just looked at. All we did is we took long-term. They're exactly the same, except they are the trades you want to close after the current business day. So in other words, if we select gold here also, it's going to be the same thing, except gold is going to pay 75%. But this, we'll see if we use the drop-down menu here. These are all the expires after the current trading day. So we can trade gold all the way up until 9/30/2015. So all we've done is separate it so it's easy for you to trade. So we put everything is in today under binary options, anything under long-term, anything after day and long-term, and then short-term trades are the 60, 90, and 2-minute trades. They're countdowns on a clock. So under binary options, up, down, a specific times on a clock. Under short-term are actual countdowns where our clock opens up and will count down to the close. So let's select an asset here. I'll show you in short-term. We're going to select gold again. Gold in short-term is paying 70%. Okay, so we can see it's going to pay 70%. For this trade, we're going to invest $100 again, just like we did in the binary options up-down trade. Okay, we're going to leave it at 60 seconds. So that means our trade will close exactly 60 seconds from when we click the approve screen. We think at this point gold is going to come down because it's moved back up since we started this conversation. So we're going to take a put. We're going to click on apply. We're going to click on approve. And down below, what we see is slightly different because what we see here is we see a countdown clock. Okay, on the screen right here, and it's counting down the time to our trade. Right now, you see it's now popped into green. That means we're making money, and we can see it's $170 in the payout window because that was paying 70%. We can see right here in our estimated payout, we see 70%, and as long as we see green in this countdown clock, we will get back that profit. But again, it's only a matter of where the asset is at the close. So we're down to 24, 23, 22, 21, and it's going to kick down. And if everything goes well, we're going to walk away with $170 back into our account, or $70 profit in 60 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Now it's going to validate and verify where it was actually at in the real markets at the trade. Because when you're trading a binary option, you are trading in the live global markets. Everything on our platform is fed directly in from the exchanges around the world. So we can see that was how easy it is to trade. So let's go over and talk a little bit more about what binary options are. I'm going to take you back to the PowerPoint, and hopefully that's going to pop right up on your screen with no problem. Let's see if it does. It doesn't want to. There we go. So let's talk about a little bit more what these funny investment vehicles are and how easy they are to trade. Okay. Now, you saw how easy it is to technically enter a trade, but you still have to make decisions. Okay. So now it's time to learn what binary options are. Binary options are also known as digital or fixed return options. They are a simple yet exciting method of trading in the financial markets based on the determination whether the price of an asset such as gold or the euro will close above or below the current price within a set period of time. Now, binary options trading is based on speculation of prices driven by recent economic events. This is what's so nice about binary. They're not very complicated. Speeches, headlines, economic events around the world all affect assets, and we're only looking for something to give an asset a bump in one way or another in a very short period of time. Okay, so what do you think happened when the headlines came out? The U.S. GDPs came in today way above expectations. The dollar went up. That means the euro went down. And what do you think happened 2 hours later when U.S. consumer confidence came in less than it was last month or the month before? The dollar went back down. The euro went up. Okay, so it's easy to understand. These are not very complicated technical types of trading where you have to know all these mathematical formulas and figures on charts. Now, these will help you, but you can trade binary options from what's called fundamental analysis, and it's a great way to trade. Now, we have all kinds of classes, live webinars several times a week to teach you to understand these. We have 2 classes on the economics calendar. We have a class on trading the news. We have a class on public events. Then we also have all kinds of classes on strategies. We have classes on understanding technical analysis, how to read charts. We will take you through all the levels of education you need to become the best trader that you can be. Now, trading in binary options does involve high volatility movement and the minimal risk of loss. Okay, now, to better understand, binary options takes the best features of ownership, which is like the stock market, and Forex trading combines them into one easy package. You can buy gold and oil, the euro, the dollar, as well as most popular stocks and indices. You can even buy Google, Twitter, Facebook, and now Alibaba. You only need to make 4 basic decisions when you're ready to enter a trade, and then you sit back and wait for the expiry time and the profits to be put in your account. So imagine binary options as renting an asset for a short period of time. You have limited risk and limited responsibility, and all of your decisions are made up front. Now, to give you a better example, we have 3 gold coins. So imagine you're walking down the street and you pass this gold coin dealer, and in the window is this beautiful gold coin. You walk in and say, I'd like to buy that coin. He says, well, it's not historical, it's not a collector's coin, it's just 1 ounce of gold. And gold today is trading at $1,200 an ounce. He says, fine, I'll give you the $1,200, you give me the gold coin. He takes it, it's now your new lucky charm. You put it in your pocket, you carry it around. If you want, you put it in your dresser drawer, put it under your pillow, give it to your grandchildren, leave it in your will, put it in safe deposit box. It's yours, you own it. The only time you're really concerned with what the value is if you ever go to sell it. But you know, it's nice walking around with it in your pocket, nobody's gone up in value, but it's still your lucky coin. Okay, so that's how you deal in the real market of ownership. Then we come across to the commodities market, or the futures market, or the CFD market. They're all kind of the same. They're just different kinds of names. Now, you call your commodities broker in front and say, I'd like to buy some gold. He said, well, gold's trading just at $1,200 now. It's just like it was at the coin dealer. You said, well, good. I'd like to buy an ounce of gold. He said, no. You can only buy 100 ounces of gold in the contract. He says, that's $120,000. I don't have $120,000, and I'm not going to take that kind of a risk. He says, no. For $500, we'll let you tie up that contract because you're not taking delivery of the gold, but you do have the responsibility of all those ounces of gold. If gold goes up $10, you make $1,000. Gold goes down $10, you lose $1,000. He says, okay. He said, well, I think gold's going to go up today. So the broker says to him, all right, well, how far do you think it goes? I think after some speech that's coming out later today, we're going to see gold go up to $1,225. Broker says, well, would you like me to sell your position at when it hits $1,225? We can sell it automatically, and that way we'll just put the profits in your account. He says, yeah, that's a great deal. So the broker says, anytime the gold hits 12.25 today, we'll close you out and put the money in your account. He says, but now if gold falls, what do you want me to do? He says, well, if gold falls more than $10, you're out of your pocket $1,000. He says, can you afford to cover that? He said, I can only afford $1,000. He said, well, would you like me to put a stop loss on at $1,000? He says, yeah, you should do that because I can't afford if it goes down any more than that. Broker says, okay. Everybody's happy. You make your trade. Okay, a little bit more complex than you thought it was going to be. A lot of things to think about. And you go to work. You come home from work and you see gold's trading at $1,226 an ounce. You say, gosh, what did I make? $2,500 today. Call the wife, tell her you're going to take her out to dinner. Go out to dinner, you brag about how smart you are. Everything's great. You promise to take the wife on vacation. You get up in the morning, you call the broker, says, send me my $2,500. He says, no, you got it backwards. You owe me $1,000. So what do you mean? He said, well, in the Asian session, gold dropped down $14, so we closed you out at $10, so you only had a $1,000 loss, not a $1,400 loss. He says, but gold closed at $12.26. He says, no, you were out of the markets before that ever happened. You told me if it dropped more than $10, close your position. He says, okay, I'll send you $1,000, puts his tail between his legs, and says he's never going to go back to the markets again. Takes his loss and takes his lumps. Goes to the pub that night. He's all upset because the wife is mad at him. He's out $1,000, and he's telling his buddy the story. His buddy says, you know what? You should be trading binary options. He said, what do you mean? He said, binary options is a lot less complicated than that. He said, you can buy whatever you want, and all you have to do is predict the right direction, and you make the predetermined profit. He says, maybe I'll try that. So he calls his broker in the morning, and he says, I want to buy some binary options. Broker says, we're a binary options broker. He said, what do you want? He says, I want some gold. The broker says, well, gold fell back down to $1,200 an ounce, just like it was everywhere else yesterday. He says, how much gold do you want? He said, well, I only have $50 left. I lost everything else in the commodities market. He says, okay, well, do you think gold's going to go up or down? He said, I think gold's going to go up. He said, when do you think that's going to happen? I said, by the end of today. He says, well, I'll tell you what, the end of trading day today at 23.30, if gold is up above $1,200 an ounce, I'll pay you 80%. He says, that's a cool deal. He says, what if gold falls? He said, if gold falls, you just lose your $50 investment. Which is, it's an easy thing. He says, okay. So he sends the broker the $50. He makes the trade. He gets home from work and he sees gold's trading higher. He calls his broker in the morning and says, I want my money. He says, no, it's already in your account. He said, gold closed at $1,200 and 1 penny, and we put the money right in your account at the end of trading day, and you have the $50 you invested plus the $40 investment you made, which is the $40 profit, which is 80% profit, and you have $90 in your account. He says, well, at least I covered about a little bit of the money I lost in the commodities market. Maybe I'll try this again. But as you can see, it's the same assets, same value. It's just different financial applications, different complexities of the trade, different risks. Binary options is the easy way of trading. Yeah, you're not going to tie up 42,000 barrels of gas of oil. You're not going to tie up 42,000 gallons of orange juice. You're not going to tie up €1,000,000. But you can make profit, and along the way, you can learn how the global markets work together because you have less risk and you have less complexity. And when you enter the world of binary options, you are entering the global markets. Binary options allows you to trade assets from almost all the exchanges around the globe, and you are trading in the live markets. You're actually trading and receiving real-time data from the global markets. There's no video recording, no smoke, no mirrors, no delays. Everything is live. You can trade from virtually anywhere around the globe that has an internet connection, regardless of speed, trade using any type of computer, tablet, or smartphone. Option Rally allows you to trade anywhere at any time. This is the perfect place to develop your skills, your abilities, and your knowledge before jumping in the deep end of the pool. In other words, if you want to trade in the Forex market and tie up €1,000,000, you want to trade in the commodities market and trade 42,000 barrels, 42,000 gallons of oil at a time, that's perfectly fine. But there the trades are very technical. You have to know how to protect from risk, where to take profit, what the swings are of the market. You have to have a lot more cash. So why not start out in binary options where you can learn how all these pieces fit together, how all the gears work. At least when you decide to go over to these bigger markets, you only have to learn the technical part of skill of trading because you'll understand how all the assets work and how you can make the right decisions. You'll be able to understand the swings in the marketplace and what support and resistance are and where the price should fall to if it falls, and when it goes up, where it should stop at. And you can learn all this with Option Rally. Because regardless of whether you make a first deposit of $500 or $10,000, you'll get all the education, you'll get all the support, you will get an account manager one-on-one training, personal mentoring program, enrollment into the Investors Trading Academy, everything you need to have to make you into the best trader you can be. Now, if you want to get involved in our next class, someone from our sales department will contact you, or you can contact our customer support department, and they'll get you the link to the next class, which is called Getting Started in Binary Options. And there I'll teach you some basic strategies, how to make some good, solid decisions, how to do some basic beginning trades so that you're ready to understand how the markets work before you make your first trade in binary options. But if you decide to make a deposit, they can also help you and get your account open, and then they'll get you enrolled, like I said, in Investors Trading Academy, where you get all the education, all the videos, all the support, and all the tools you want. And then lastly, you can always then go through our full trading camp series and make a decision then. Whatever you want, we will be there to help you along the way. So if you go on our website and go to www.optionrally.com and click on the country that's closest to you or that you live in, it'll give you all the local contact information, and you'll be able to contact us directly. Or click on the live chat button. You'll be connected directly to somebody in our offices, not somebody in a call center or not somebody out on a computer somewhere. You will talk to somebody in our office who can help you in whatever language is required. Okay. Or the easiest way is just to sit back and answer your phone, because somebody from our sales staff will follow up with you tomorrow. They'll also help you get enrolled in the next webinars. They'll tell you all the benefits of trading with Option Rally. They'll get you signed up for the personal mentoring program, the one-on-one trading, the account manager, anything you need to get started. They'll hold your hand and walk you through whatever you need. And if you're not ready yet, like I said, they'll get you enrolled in the next classes. So thank you very much for joining us tonight, and welcome to the Option Rally family. Have a great trading day, and thank you for joining us. Good night now.